and welcome to season 7 of the More Sibyl Podcast. I'm Mo, your host, and I'm thrilled to embark on this new chapter with you. As we kick off the season, I hope you get ready for more captivating conversations that celebrate cultural diversity and also delve into the personal journeys of our guests from all around the world. Throughout the season, we'll continue our tradition of exploring pressing issues and sharing intimate stories that resonate with our contemporary age. From navigating cultural nuances to overcoming life's obstacles, each episode promises to be a compelling exploration of the human experience. So, as your host, I welcome you to join us as we journey through the rich tapestry of global cultures, guided by the courage and vulnerability of our guests. Together, let's ignite curiosity, find inspiration, and set our stories free. Welcome aboard. Now enjoy the show. All right. Welcome everyone to the More Sibyl Podcast. And for those watching on YouTube, hi. I'll be taking pictures, questions on my phone. But today I have a guest on the podcast. This is my mother-in-law. This is TDawg's mom, the famous TDawg, as you all know him on the show. So your son's name is TDawg on the show.
T what?
TDawg.
Yeah.
It's feeling hardcore. So welcome. For those joining us for the first time, welcome. For our returning guests, welcome back. And this is the More Sibyl Podcast.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, grandma.
As I fondly called by my granddaughter.
Grandma.
She calls me grandma.
I prefer say grandma, mama. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. My name is Deaconess Esther Adedipe. I'm the proud mother of the twins, TDawg and Adedipe. The TDawg that you people call
TDawg.
TDawg, whatever. Now here I am. I'm a retired teacher, of course, in the spiritual balance.
Yeah.
I happen to be a deaconess in the Lord.
I always keep forgetting the deaconess.
Say it again.
I keep forgetting the deaconess.
I am.
Yeah.
By the grace of God. Yeah. Maybe along the line you will know more about me as we move on.
Yeah. So maybe tell us how you grew up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born some 78 years ago, precisely on the 1st of April, 1946. The family of my father, who was a minister in the Lord, Pa Elisha Adeloye Olashako, and the wife, Mrs. Rhoda Olapeju Olashako. As I continued to grow up, my father used to love me for certain reasons. I myself noticed it, but I cannot say that they spoiled me. Even if they spoiled me, I didn't spoil myself. But I just know that many things were passed on to me as legacies. My behavioral pattern really impressed my dad. And he encouraged me to go deeper and deeper in the words of God. He told me that he intentionally named me Esther. As a matter of fact, there was a time my father told me to go and study the book of Esther, so that, of course, that would be my mentor in life. So she was a brave person. He helped the community. Her race, I beg, and so on and so forth. They fought for the freedom of the family, of the race.
Of Jews, yeah.
Of the Jews, yeah. And she was successful. Since then, I've been in a kind of a mood that I always love to help people, pray with people. I didn't say pray for people, pray with people. And whatever one would think that he or she wants to achieve in life, I fall in love. Sometimes I will keep my vigil trying to work hard and make sure that something is achieved. And to the glory of God, I have so many successful experiences in that line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So how many siblings did you grow up with? And what was your position?
I thank God. I'm proud to tell you that I had a perfect number.
7?
7 in number. Yeah.
And your number what?
You mean in my own family?
No, not your children.
My
like
own,
you're
my
growing
children?
up. No, not growing up.
Growing up, okay. Yeah. My parents had 8 children.
What?
Yeah.
Same mom?
The same mother. I told you my father was a minister.
Yeah, but grandma, in those days, I'm Anglican minister. Man, she good.
My father was a special one. My father was never a polygamist.
Okay. Okay. That was an exception.
Of course, he preached against polygamy. Seriously, okay. Yeah. So my parents had 8 children, of which I was number 7.
Oh wow. Mm-hmm. And Auntie Rachel was the one after.
My sister, wife to Professor Monaco.
Yeah. How many brothers did you have, and how many sisters?
I had 3 brothers then, and the rest of us 5. 5. We were females, yeah.
Oh, poor guys. So, what were you like growing up as in your teens? What was your personality like?
Myself?
Yes.
I was well embraced by all my. I told you just now that, like my parents, because of my behavioral pattern.
What kind of behavioral pattern is that?
I was just a gentle guy. I told you.
My
father told me. I must tell you what is in my mind. My father told me to make Esther
your role model.
My role model.
Yeah.
It forced me to study it.
Yeah.
Not that I was not. I really believed in it, and of course, my mother too was a gentle woman.
Okay.
And I took so much after that.
Okay.
I'm proud to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what was the question again?
What were your you've answered it already. Before you became a mom and all that, because today is about you. What were your fondest memories growing up? If you could cast your mind back.
My fondest memories. It was my performance at school.
Were you one of the people that's cried first?
I never came second in my life.
Grandma, everybody says that.
Everybody says it, but
we need receipts, Grandma.
I am in a position where I'm not supposed to tell lies.
Because it's Sunday?
Not because of it's Sunday, because of my upbringing.
Okay, so you're always first.
And all my report sheets are still there.
They're still there.
We used to call it cards in those days. And my father was always proud. Each time there was going to, you don't know. In those days, at that time around at the end of every session, when we want to go on holidays, it's then they would pronounce. Or in fact, the whole school will reassemble, begin to call the results. My father was always ready to be there for Esther. And each time, they will line them up and they will calling the first person, the child that came first is so and so.
So Esther Lashokon.
Esther.
Okay.
So it became a slogan in itself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will be so shy, and of course. By my nature, I'm shy.
Yeah. And you grew up in Akure, right?
I grew up in Ilaramokin.
Ilaramokin.
You see, Ilaramokin.
It's like very close to Akure, right?
It's very close to Akure. Of course, yes. Yeah. Ilaramokin and Akure, we are sister towns.
Cities, okay.
Yeah. So,
did you have best friends growing up?
I had a lot of friends.
Okay.
People really wanted to be my friend.
Who was your best friend growing up?
My friend, she's late. Unfortunately, she's late. Mrs. Torisha. She's late now.
You guys grew up together in Laramakin?
Of course, yes. I grew up in Laramakin throughout my life.
Okay.
Primary and secondary school in Laramakin. Okay. I only came out of Laramakin when I was to go to the missionary college.
Okay.
That is Teachers College at Ibadan.
We'll get to that point.
Where I schooled with my closest friend there.
Oh, so what's the name of your primary school?
St. Andrew's.
Is it Catholic mission?
Anglican. Of course.
You grew up Anglican, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then where did you go for secondary school?
St. Paul's.
All the saints.
All the same, under the same mission. Yeah.
How about University, St. Mary's?
Not St. Mary's.
Oh, cool.
I talked about UMC now, United Missionary College.
Oh, yes.
Ibadan.
That's where where was that at?
It's our grade 2 college. We are schooled with Mrs. Adedipe.
Oh, yeah, yes. That's true. Your friends with her. What was that place at?
Okay, I don't in Ibadan.
Oh, you guys met there.
You should know.
Well, I'm half caste, as you know. I'm half Lagos, half Ibadan.
Okay, I know.
But I don't know that school UMC. No.
Really?
No, never heard of it. Is it still in existence?
Unite, very much in existence. But
The Teachers Training College?
Yeah. It's a long time I was there now. It's quite a long time.
Yeah.
We were there as a student. We trained as teachers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you and Miss Pastor Adeboye's wife, you all had I know you guys are still friends today.
We were symbiotic.
How many of you symbiotic?
No, yeah, kind of.
How many of you, what did you guys call yourself? Unique sisters, or what do you guys call yourselves?
No, it is not that. After we left college, some of us gathered together.
Yeah.
And as old friends, we call it unique, whatever.
Unique sisters.
Sisters. We are unique, but we call ourselves
sisters.
And we still call ourselves golden mothers.
Golden mothers, okay. How many of you?
Right now, we started with 16. We are not only 16 in our class, but
the
group that we formed, the clique were 16, but
some have passed away.
Some have.
Yeah,
as at last week, we were about 12.
Does it feel like life is short and long at the same time?
No, for us.
Yeah.
I think life is still, and we should, if it has not ended, we won't say it's short. We are still moving on.
Maybe I should ask this way. So, I mean, sometimes I still feel like a 5-year-old. I still think about myself like sometimes like, I was just 5, like how many days ago it seems.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I'm, in my 30s and it's like, wow.
You want my own impression now?
Yes. How do you feel about that?
Long enough.
It's long enough?
Yes.
Are you getting bored?
Not for me to go.
But please don't go yet.
I'm not even going anywhere.
Okay, good.
Because I have a serious, how will you call it now?
Mission?
Yeah, I have my mission is long, you understand? But by the grace of God, my parents, the 2 parents I have, they lived very long.
Yeah.
So I take that.
How old was your mom when she passed away?
My mother was 103.
What? That's too old, Grandma.
My father was 100.
And they were still walking around?
Even without the glasses I'm wearing.
Do you know what I say? I say like at 90. Like 90 is my cutoff.
And that's you.
Yeah, personally. Because after 90 is like, it's boring.
It depends on the way one is brought up.
The way I'm living my life, 90, I'm going to have used my life a lot.
I don't mind living long. I love it.
Yeah, of course. And you look good for your age.
It's a legacy from my parents.
Yes.
And I keep it.
Yes.
And the Bible supports it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to tell you that I'm going to live long.
Oh yeah, you will. Amen. Your 8 kids, 7th of the 8 kids.
Yes.
What was the relationship like with your siblings?
If you ever know what is called love.
Yeah.
That was a serious bond.
But you guys?
Yes.
What formed your bond? What do you think was responsible for that sibling bond?
My father, as a preacher,
mm-hmm.
the way he brought us up, for example, he went to the book of Corinthians, chapter 13. If you know.
God is love. Yeah, love is this. Love is kind.
The agape love must be well kept in that family. We were so knitted together. We didn't. In fact, I don't know how I would describe it.
Was it strict? Your dad?
My father was stern. I wouldn't say what. Maybe you came. If strict is stern, and my father was stern.
Yeah.
We couldn't just misbehave. You understand? And our seniors were like a role models to us. Nobody would behave badly.
Anybody?
Yes, they were doing good, and we were following them. In fact, that was just the pattern. We used to fear our parents.
Yeah. But you weren't like that. It wasn't like that.
Not like now that your parents and yourself,
you're best friends. Yeah.
Well, we were friends, but not of this.
Buddies. Yeah. What's up, Dad? Yeah.
We were just, it was nice.
Yeah. Okay.
I still sit back, I say, I wish I could go back to those
days, right?
Yes,
the good old days, like I call them.
Yes.
So what's the gap between you and the firstborn?
Isn't that funny enough?
Yeah.
Between me and the firstborn, you mean?
Yeah.
In fact, it's a simple mathematics.
Okay. Every 2 years?
Every 4 years.
You're calculating like that?
That was how it happened.
So your mom was pregnant for 32 years?
More, if not more. Because after I stopped for a while, because she had my sister. I'm 4 years and some months older than my junior sister. And each of us like that, 4 years.
So she was pregnant for 32 years?
Because that time...
They got married at 16 or maybe 18?
Maybe 18. That time, are you with me?
Yeah.
That time, there was no contraceptives.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was the only method of contraceptive that the parents were
Yeah,
using.
yeah.
They would space.
Yeah. How was your house like? Can you describe? You remember the house? What color was it?
It's not a matter of remember. It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Who lives there now?
Of course, they have
It's a caretaker.
My father, being the type of a person he was, the house was a vicarage and still left as a vicarage, but a very big one. But my father brought in relations, cousins,
So that's still, yeah.
Yeah. There's some people in the town even wanted to live with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
When I say parents now, not only my father and mother, even my senior ones.
Oh.
My brother the first one was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Even he taught for many years. Even after his marriage into the family there,
Mm-hmm.
he was still
still
there.
there.
Many other students were still living with him.
Oh, wow.
You know of a person that's a called.
So describe the house. How big? How many rooms?
The rooms in my house was like like 14 rooms.
40 rooms?
Of 14.
14 rooms.
Four,
Sure,
yeah.
you all had your beds?
Of some, not everybody.
Grandma, you guys were rich, oh.
Say it again.
You were rich. You were ballers.
My father was, I wouldn't say rich, but my father was okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If that is what you call rich,
Yeah,
then
that
he was
those
rich.
times, yeah.
He was a hard worker.
Was a merchant?
Even as he was a minister,
Yeah.
he never received a kobo as salary.
Oh, you didn't get a stipend from the vicarage?
Yes. My father was a good...
Was he collecting offering?
No, not offering. He served the church. Not that he had a private church like that. Yeah, you understand?
He served the church, really?
Yes, but free. He was not taking anything. My father, before he even became a preacher, he was and I took it after him, was a fashion designer.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's my dad.
Your daddy was a fashion designer?
Yes, of course.
So you had a fashion school?
He taught me sewing. My father taught me
sewing. Your dad taught you sewing?
My dad taught me sewing.
Who taught your dad how to sew?
I think he went for...
That's quite fun. That's not very head up for men, right?
Oh,
in that
my
time.
God. He sewed for all the... in Anglican church, you know the way they would dress?
Yes.
Surplice.
Yeah, and then the choir
on top.
Yeah.
And the cassocks,
yeah.
the one under.
They're like Catholics, but different.
My father was sewing all for the whole of Ondo Diocese.
What? He had the contract?
He would take it as contract.
Yeah.
And he will sell for the supply. Sure, you get it now.
But you don't have a lot of men doing sewing those times. They always thought it was a female's job.
You are right, but then my father was a unique one.
Wow, that's quite forward thinking.
I use his sewing machines to learn
how to sew.
How
many of your siblings could sew?
If not all. I told you that all the front ones were mentors to us.
Yeah, to you guys, yeah.
It's a matter of interest and love. You see your sister sewing or your brother sewing, naturally you'll be near them.
Okay.
It was very interesting. Very interesting.
Let's talk about your very first boyfriend.
Say it again.
Your very first boyfriend.
Do you want to hear that?
Of course.
Do you take it as a truth?
Yeah, because you already say you speak the truth. Who was the very first boyfriend?
My first boyfriend.
Yes.
Was my first husband.
Grandma, that's so boring. You didn't have any boyfriend before Grandpa?
It was never boring because I told you my family
was...
My father was very stern.
Yeah.
That time, you dare not look at
a boy
outside looking for... boys were not even coming to our compound.
How did you meet Grandpa?
I met him in my college.
UMC, the missionary college.
Yes.
What was he doing there?
He was at a UI. We call it UI then. University of Ibadan.
Yeah, still called UI, yeah.
So it was from there he would be in the town.
Yeah.
I never knew him. His junior brother was my classmate in the primary school and secondary school.
Okay, in St. Andrews.
And they look so much
alike.
Okay. So a day he came to me. Maybe they were the brother that introduced me to him. I don't know. But I just knew that this man came to me a particular day in 1964.
And then you fell in love?
No, he came to visit me with my cousin.
Okay.
So, my cousin introduced him. This is so-and-so, Mr. Adedipe. Then I saw him. He looked like
his brother, yeah.
But he looked taller than Cornelius a bit. And I said, hello, sir. Can I come? Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
So my brother, my cousin that brought him down, just told me he just wanted, because people were coming to visit us on open days.
Okay.
He came to visit me, and he came with that man. So I thought they were just friends. So after they left, he now began to write letters to me. That was how we started. Before then,
Grandpa has moves.
I never.
What was in the letter? I like you. Do you like me?
Say it again.
What was in the letters? I like you. Do you like me?
You want to know?
Grandma, you were receiving letter. You were receiving love letter.
The first thing I fell in love with was his handwriting.
Oh yeah,
He wrote very well.
Yeah.
And I just say, oh.
Grandpa used big words too.
He learned my name maybe from my cousin.
Yeah.
Or from his brother.
So he called you full name.
He shortened my name to Yemi. I am Onami Yemi.
Yeah.
He began to call me Yemi.
Yeah.
Till he died. Of course, you know.
Yeah.
So, dear Yemi, that was the way he opened the letter.
Do you still have the letters? Did you keep them?
But they are not here.
Oh, no, but you kept them.
Of course,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
I have my file there.
Yeah.
Which I had back the package of the file.
So he was sending you a letter. This was in this day we'll say somebody slid into your DM on the internet. This was before the internet was a thing.
Yeah, I wish I could.
So you write and then you post it back to him. You were writing.
You understand?
What did you call him?
Olulolonge. His full name,
Oluwagbotemi.
The name is still existing now anyway.
Yeah.
To God be the glory. Don't let us go into that.
Yeah.
He introduced himself. I am Mr. Isaac Oluwagbotemi Adedipe that came with so and so. That's my cousin that came with him. So it wasn't a long letter.
What was your first impression of him? That was cute.
One thing is, he was cute.
Yeah.
Not only cute, he was neat. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Was he wearing like suits? I trust Grandpa.
Whatever that man wore was always. I'm not trying to exaggerate.
You should exaggerate. That was your husband.
You know, one thing is that if I talk, I will be wasting your time.
No.
Because he attended the school. Apart leaving our school, or the primary schools that he attended and secondary school, the secondary school he attended was a school where they were well seasoned.
Oh, I see. Like the English
manners,
etiquette.
And everything. This is Elisha Grammar School, one of the Ionian schools. So you wouldn't expect a man like that to be
any kind of person. Okay.
Sure, you understand. So he looked so neat and well composed, and the English was super.
Good. And how old were you when you guys met?
When I got married?
No, when you met him.
When I met him, I think I was like 17, going 18 then. How
did your parents find out?
By then, interestingly, you know, in our town then, we were very cordial. He too was leading so many groups.
Yeah, I heard during his eulogies.
Which my own brother, senior brother, was a member of that group. So he could come in and they were here answering the same Olu.
Oh, I see.
The prefix of their name was Olu.
Yeah.
Oluwagbotemi, that's my husband's name.
Yeah.
Oluwatogbami, that's my brother's name.
Yeah.
So they were sick. Olu. So he would come home to see Olu. That's my senior brother.
But then he will not see you. Grandma.
He will see me. Whether he will attend to me or rather.
No, like he was.
They were friends.
But then he was not really coming to see Olu all the time. Is Ofi or Kokokwanya Mejini? He killed two birds with one stone.
Maybe we kept open whatever discussion. Even my senior brother and sisters would talk with us. He would join. Sometimes he would meet us at prayer meetings.
Yeah.
He would join and we finish together.
Yeah.
And it will be interesting to hear one thing.
What that?
That I told you my father was a minister.
Yeah.
His mother, the mother of my husband.
Yeah, your mother-in-law.
Was was a spiritual daughter of my father, of my parents.
Oh wow!
My parents, my mother and father, were their godfather and mother.
This begins to look like a Korean drama, Grandma.
You understand?
Yeah, so you probably could have grown up together. Yeah.
My mother-in-law had been coming to our house ever before we even met.
Yeah, wow.
At any time.
Wow.
My mother-in-law was a friend to
the house, to the family. Yeah.
I like what you said to the house.
Wow. So when did you realize that you were in love with him? Was it love at first sight for you, or you eventually?
We eventually. I didn't. You know, I told you the first day he came to me.
Yes. Yeah.
I never knew he came to. Maybe he just came to do research or whatever. I think that is where I want to code it now. I mean, how do you say it?
Yeah. Surveillance.
That's it. And continuously, as he used to he continued to visit me in the school.
Yeah.
I've noted to coming to see us in the college.
Yeah.
Then there was no secrecy. We were made to open when we say open day, not like I don't know how it happens these days.
Yeah.
We had a hall.
They'll come and sit down. Yeah.
Your friends will even entertain your
other
guests with you.
Yes.
No hide and seek of anything.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we became friends. All my friends were his friends.
Yeah.
All his and so on and so forth. At home or at school, he would always come and you were trying to ask me when I realized that he was my love.
Yeah.
Of course, immediately,
you fell in love fast.
Yes.
A drama. You never playing hard to get.
The love I'm talking about, I told you we believe in this agape love. We developed into something else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We just saw ourselves as brethren together. Yes, we are Christians.
House fellowship later.
I told you that each time he came to our house, sometimes he will meet us at prayer meetings.
Oh.
That's my home. You understand? We will join. We will sing together. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do everything together and we will go home fulfilled. Of course, my brothers and sisters were close to
him as well.
And we will all enjoy ourselves together.
Okay.
And my brother and my siblings even encouraged me to marry him. How about that?
Oh, that means he came highly recommended. That's a green forest right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
I will tell you something that is funny again. Maybe if I'm not talking too much.
Sure.
He too on his own side. Of course, my most senior brother, Mr. Adedipe. Of course, you know the son, Pastor Adedipe in the Redeemed. My most senior brother was a teacher to my husband in the primary school.
Oh wow! See, Korean drama.
My brother.
It's giving Korean drama vibes.
My brother see him in our environment that time around. He himself told me what happened when my brother saw him. He called him by the name. What are you there? I came to see. Oh, my brother did not hate him for coming to see. So he was happy.
That's good.
Is that not funny?
Yeah.
Later, my brother now called me and told me that don't waste your time, because he wasn't sure whether I was keeping somebody here, subsidiary, whatever.
Yeah, backup plan.
I had no time for that.
But what?
Listen, let me get sorry. So my brother said, Esther, if you know that you are interested in this man, I think I will want to support you. That time I was already teaching. I was at where I was a teacher. That was my station.
Yeah.
I said to him, why? He said, because what I never knew before, he now told me. And that, in fact, made me to fall more in love with him.
Okay.
My brother told me that when this man was in his class, some 3 years consecutively, as if I don't know if it was the apply, I don't know what happened, but that's what my brother told me, that each time this man was always leading the class.
Oh,
young as he was then. He said, yes, sir. I said, sir. He said, you are a genius. This boy, that's what he called him for me then, was also a genius throughout and was well behaved. Please, in case you want to marry him as a man, we are not, and you are not going to have any regrets because you'll be bringing us brilliant children. So I will encourage you. I told you we were in love with ourselves. I mean, my family.
So when your brother said that, it meant a lot to you?
It meant a lot to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I said he will encourage me. This brother, I'm telling you, is the most senior of my parents, of my siblings. Do you understand? And we trusted him.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Big brother,
We believed him, and he led us well.
Okay.
So that's it. So if you want to know how I really fell in love with my husband, it was through the recommendations
of your brother
that I had from those people. Yeah.
Can you recall it? Thank you for sharing the Bible. Can you recall your very first experience losing a loved one?
I hope I'll be able to hold my emotion.
Okay, we have Kleenex.
Yeah, what?
Kleenex, tissue paper.
Repeat that question.
Your very first experience losing a loved one.
We have been losing, of course, one would have seen you old parents were losing some people that you love, but the one that pained me, the one that I lost, that really pained me was my husband.
You remember the very first one?
The first what?
The very first experience. So I know you had 7 siblings, and then your parents passed away.
Yes.
What was the very first recollection of losing a loved one?
It's sickling. You understand? By my nature, I'm a bit emotional. You understand? I will feel it for a long. That mood will hang for a long time before one could get out of it.
Was it your mom or your dad who passed away first?
I lost some. I think I lost someone.
You lost a sibling?
Excuse me. Before my parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. I particularly, it was a sister. What we discovered was that I don't know, maybe because of mishandling.
Yeah.
But we discovered that she has some bleeding. Maybe it's his fibroid.
Was she married?
Of course. He's the mother of Julie that you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That was we were very close.
Oh.
So that's why you see that I'm very close to his daughter.
Yeah.
It was bad.
We'll talk about Grandpa in a bit. But what year did you guys get married, you and Grandpa?
This precisely.
Yes.
28th of December, 1968.
How old were you then?
Me?
Yeah.
I was some 20, going 23.
23. And how old was Grandpa?
My husband was 27.
Okay. And then when did you have your first child?
That was 1969.
So you waited 6 years.
You mean that we were?
So you got married in 1963?
What? I didn't get married in 1963.
What year did you get married?
We got married in 1968.
Oh, sorry, I thought I had 63.
We met ourselves 1964.
64, and then 5 year later, about 4 or 5 years later, you got married, and then
it was 5 years plus.
5 years plus. Okay, good. What was your first experience with motherhood like?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what made it interesting?
What made it interesting?
I had a beautiful mother.
Your mother-in-law, yeah.
I think I told you
that she really liked you. Yeah.
She was even I told you she had been a family member.
Yes.
In quotes.
Yeah.
With my parents.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like my own pattern of life was a bit similar to hers because my parents were the godparents. So you can imagine that maybe our upbringing could be similar in a way. So my mother-in-law was my mother.
Okay. What was her name?
Mama Janet Fabekun.
Okay.
Mama was he made the journey very easy for me, and childbearing was no problem to me at all.
And you had because it in Lagos, right?
Yeah. All of them, yes, all my children. Each time I got pregnant, before I would labor, life was not like the trust was there. My mother-in-law would know which month or which day. He would follow me up with my hospital reports.
Oh, wow.
He would know when I will be ready for
delivery.
Yes, of course.
Wow.
He will make himself available some 2 weeks before delivery. So, Mama is already there.
Yeah.
Coming from hospital, discharged with the baby.
Yeah.
She will even be the one to carry the baby from the hospital and will take care of both the baby and I, the mother.
So you have 7 kids.
Yeah, I did.
That's an achievement right there. Was that something you planned, you and Grandpa, or before you got married, did you talk about how many number of kids you wanted?
Of course we did.
And 7 was the number?
No. The number we planned to have was, to be sincere, I remember very well.
Yeah.
We planned for 4.
Oh, but Grandma?
Yeah.
7, 4. The math is not mathing.
There must be a reason why it became. why 4 became 7.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
We had the first one as we planned. That was I never knew that our wish was nothing.
Yeah. Shout out to Sister Ika, by the way. The starter.
He said we will have a boy,
and
a girl, and a boy, And the girl, as if we were God used to buy it from
pluck it from the tree.
How be it? So funny enough, we had the first one as a female,
and then the next one's a boy.
A boy. I then thought that formula was going to work.
Yeah.
So the next one to the second one, the first one was Nika.
Yeah.
The third one now became a girl. Yeah. She's still fine. Yeah. So we are now expecting the fourth one to be a boy, just like that as we planned it. Mm-hmm. It now came as a girl.
Yeah. And then you decided to try again.
We now had 3 girls.
You guys are gamblers.
I don't know if you will call it gambling down.
It's called gambling.
My husband will not. If he were around, he wouldn't like you to use that.
What would you say? Experimenters?
It wasn't experimental.
Because you can't take it back. There's no return policy.
He would tell you that it is God that does it.
Of course. That's true too. That's another truth too. Yeah.
So, again, we now said maybe. He said, let's try one more. It could be a boy, so that it won't be too biased. That was what, at least, then we had it easy that time. To bring out children that time, it was not easy. It wasn't difficult at all.
Like today, yeah.
He was working, I was working.
And you had a lot of help too.
We didn't have too much of the challenges as we are having now. So we tried. And as we tried, instead of the fifth one that we were now expecting to be a boy, as we wished, came as a girl again.
This flash.
We now had 5 instead of 4.
Yeah.
And the 5 now are ratio 1 to 4.
Yeah.
To me, it was
okay. Yeah.
To him too, he was okay. But the parents began to worry us.
Your mother-in-law.
Our parents had much influence on us at that time. Yes.
How do you feel about that?
We didn't see as bad.
But was it not stressful for you?
I told that he made life easy for me.
I know, but
it wasn't. I said
not you, but just the pressure.
I know.
The pressure.
I was not a lazy person, and to the glory of God, I didn't have issues as in bringing our children or rearing them. So you understand? And as somebody who was a bit enterprising, as I was teaching, I was doing my business. I had some 3 other businesses I was doing with my teaching. So there was our problem of finance wasn't there.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
God really supported us. Yeah. That was what could have been our problem. The health could have been another thing. So you understand?
Yeah.
But to the glory of God, we had no challenges. So you understand?
Okay.
That it will marvel you if I tell you what happened.
Tell me.
Okay. After the 5th one, I told you we got satisfied. We had to just calm down. And we did.
Yeah.
Only for our single boy to begin to stress us. And our parents as well. The only boy we had, which I know you know.
Oh, yeah, Broker.
Yes. Was saying, Mommy, I'm tired though.
What would they do to him? Putting him
our people, you know about.
Oh, yeah, like you're the only boy, yeah.
They named him, they gave me a nickname, which he never liked, and I too, but there was nothing we could do.
What was the nickname? Can you say it?
Okonlawan. They used to call him Okonlawan.
The only one. Yeah.
Out of so many.
It could be a unique name, but I can imagine how somebody uses it. Yeah.
And this boy, he didn't like it. He was already in the secondary school.
Yeah. Command. Yeah.
Yeah, command. Mommy, I'm begging you in the name of God. In Jesus, I still have his letter.
He wrote you a letter?
Yes, of course.
Of course he did. So extra.
To tell Daddy that, because the children were very free with all of us, but they were a bit closer to me because of my soft whatever. Help me beg Daddy. You and Daddy, please give us more boys because I'm tired of answering that ugly name. I don't like it. He had been begging me verbally, but now it
came with a threatening letter.
Yes. He didn't threaten me, but
I know, but yeah.
That I should please. That he's so ambitious and that he believes that God will answer the prayer because I know, Mommy, when you pray, God always answers. Please pray and beg Daddy that we should let us have one more or more boys to me.
Okay.
And I don't want to be answering Okonlawan
anymore.
That is, I too, right inside me too. I wish I had one more boy. You know, then It's just not like then my parents were saying, how can you continue with only one boy? My father was getting very, very old. You understand? Getting close to that age of 100 that we are talking about. Then my mother-in-law too, Shemo, relatively was getting old now. She too was always talking to the son. Try and give one junior brother to this boy. Don't just, life is not like this, like that. Anyway, they convinced us. And I told my husband, let's carry on. Let's
try.
But my husband wasn't interested. My husband was not interested. He said, whatever they like, let them say. I'm not having any more. I said, what do I do? What? I must confess to you today. You know, a woman being what we hear. I wasn't jittery, but in my mind, I wish I had one more at least.
Yeah.
I desired to have it. One, to make Kayode happy. Two, I too will feel more. Yeah. So I went to beg a spiritual father that we were living together then. Daddy, pray for me. I want to have one more boy. See, you understand? We were living in a vicarage in Pangru then. So Baba prayed. How many children? Says, why? 5. Yes, sir. We want one more. And so not I have enough children, but I just want a special child. A boy. Just to pair up with Kayode. The man reasoned with me. Sure, you understand? So that he recommended for what we should do. I said, my husband is not interested. There's no way I can have it without my husband being interested. I can't go to anywhere. I can't. A lot of questions. He called both of us and lectured us and led us to where we can go and do some spiritual research.
Grandma, what kind of spiritual research? Interesting.
Do you know in those days,
Okay.
You are so fast to tell me that he himself was gotten from there. The mother had so many children before him. The mother my mother-in-law told me that she had.
Oh yeah.
My mother-in-law told me she had 7 girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Before she could get Isaac.
Yeah.
And that was why he named him Isaac. Isaac Oluwagbotemi. The 2 names had meanings.
So you went to Oroke to pray?
Yes.
How many days?
From Lagos to
Idore?
Not Idore. When it's only okay, it's not like you are climbing. It's a place of prayer.
Oh, it's not like a literal mountain.
Oh, if you have ever people look, that command. That redeem camp. It's only okay now.
Oh, really? I thought it was a literal mountain.
What do you call it? Sele.
I see. So which one did you go?
We went all the way from
Lagos to
Ilesha.
Okay.
When you reach Ilesha, you go to another village. We call it Igangan. Igangan is far away from the main town.
Okay.
That was where they had a
prayer.
Nice prayer, yes. Prayer arena.
Okay.
Whoever was ill, even from overseas, they will bring
people
there. Yeah.
Did this still work today?
Of course, till eternity.
So anytime you want to do something, just go to Oroke.
Whoever believes it.
But what can't you pray in your house?
So we didn't pray in the house that we have so many children.
So why do you have to go all the way to Oroke?
I said
special
prayer. We say go. It's not that we couldn't cope. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even if we go to Oroke 10 times or multiple places like that, and you are not holy, you can't have it. Do you understand? Anyway, I don't want us to debate this one.
So you went there and
we went. Not only once, for more than 6-8 months, we were told we were directed
to go back there.
Not that we are begging God and God did not listen, but we are being led by the Spirit. This is what to do. If I tell you this, I'll be talking too much because we were told to abstain from sexual whatever.
You're never having sex?
Yes.
But Grandma, how does it work if you're gonna have a baby?
It works with us. This is spiritual.
You have to wait until the perfect time.
Yes. Until the
for 8 months you're not having sex.
Unless you knew that it will not result into.
Oh, I see.
So you understand?
So off cycle.
Yeah, off cycle. That's all.
Grandma, you tried though.
You know, what you know my background, spiritual background.
That what you want. Yeah. Your spiritual heritage.
Yeah. That's what. Thank you for that.
So 8 months later, what happened?
we were told that, okay, now, and we are
building up, yeah.
So you understand? There was a program for us, which we were
following. Yeah.
When it came to that stage now, okay, now we can go
ahead.
Go ahead. That's the word. And going ahead, we were told that, okay, I went for that special service. We believed that they convinced it's going to happen. They even told us to go and, not only me, people in my own group, go and buy baby things.
Clothes, yeah.
Buy the box and buy all what you want to buy for your babies. I prepared for only one. I was looking for only one child. Believe me sincerely, I went to the market, bought what I want and the colors I wanted, and I kept safe like that. And to my own beautiful surprise, I got pregnant. When they said go ahead, I didn't miss that month. Initially, I was not in problem with getting pregnant, but immediately we just met, the pregnancy came like that. By the time it was like 3 months and a half to 4 months,
went to the scan.
They went for scanning and they saw 2 heads. I said, wow.
Did the pastors know about the 2 coming?
We had to be reported, not by force, not by.
No, did they know? Did anybody know beforehand that you're gonna have 2?
The
prophet.
The prophet. I'm saying it's late now.
Yeah, I think that was mentioned from one book. Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah.
He was talking to me in parables. He was asking me questions. He was leading me to certain
conclusions. Yeah, but you were not
giving me some
hints.
Like, hey, I want to let you fair deal. You are going to receive visitors.
Plural.
And my father too was leading me.
How did you feel when you found out that you were pregnant with twins?
My husband, I felt very happy.
Your husband was scared.
But I was a bit scared instantly.
Yeah.
I was happy that at least pregnancy came now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was scary in the sense that, hey.
What is 2 girls?
So you understand?
Yeah.
Then my husband didn't even want to hear that I'm having twins at all. His eyes were red. I left that.
Grandpa felt scammed.
I'm telling you. He left me in the room waited for me in the car to come in annoyance.
when they showed him the scan.
No, because you know what? When they now said they were 2, it was this Mrs. Okupe. They started that scan at 2 lady. That was the first time we heard about scan. Anyway, they tried and see to separate them because they said with the scan we could know the sex of the baby.
Yeah.
So they tried to let us know the scan. They tried, but
they were hiding themselves.
They were facing themselves like this. One head this way, one head this way. That way. And until we had them,
they were like that. So you couldn't even know.
We couldn't know.
But did you know that they were boys? Did you feel? Sometimes pregnant women. How did you feel?
How I felt a bit.
That maybe at least one will be a boy.
Was that they were very strong. The kicking was terrible.
Who kicked more? What do you think? Kind of time?
I wouldn't know because they were like this, like that.
If you could suspect which one of them.
I think Taye did. Taye was bigger.
With his head was really big.
Now you born him.
I saw the head. I've seen the baby pictures.
Before he was born?
I've seen the baby pictures.
That's you fall in love.
No, this is not my story. This is your story. I've seen the baby pictures. The heads were really big. You should have named him Headward.
You can name him that.
No. He's still cute. He's grown into it. His height.
The head wasn't abnormal to his height.
No, it wasn't abnormal, but it was quite significantly bigger than Candy's for sure.
So it was bigger.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So both of them were very strong. So you asked me whether I suspected that, whether it was going to be. The kicking was far from what I used to have in my life.
Yeah.
You need to see me.
And the boys too. Boys are super active.
Even if I started, my chair will be rocking. I'm telling you, it sounded strange the way I'm talking.
8 months of holding on and finally, they weren't any special kids.
Any special what?
They were not just any normal kids. Like they were special kids.
They were special.
So how old was your last born when you? What's the gap?
That last born, the 5th child was 5 years old. When I had the twins.
Okay. And
when I now had them, I had the first one.
Yeah.
When it came out, to my surprise and the glory of God, it
was a boy.
Wow! At Ala Maternity, Lagos. it will now remain the other man
Yeah.
who came with legs. It was a
Oh,
bridge.
bridge. Oh.
I had him as bridge. Made
So
it
that's your
very
position.
tough for me. Yeah. From beginning to the end. Kind of was a bridge. Beginning. At SAB.
Wow. And after then, did you just, you're like, no more kids?
If you were, what would you do?
I don't know. Maybe you say, oh, there are 3 now. You need 4 to make it even.
No, we weren't that careless. No, you know what? You did not believe in my story.
Oh no.
It wasn't me that led.
Oh, I know. I don't doubt your story at all.
People were just twins. I said, hey, you have twins.
Yeah.
Then in Yoruba land, naturally they will tell you. They were coming to tell me.
Alaba.
Our people, our people were coming to tell me, wow. In Yoruba land, you don't just stop like that. So you must have
more and more.
If you don't do it, it's an abomination.
Yeah.
I said, Christ does not have that in the Bible.
Yeah.
It wasn't that thing. You don't do this.
We don't live by that.
I didn't want to know but we were determined. Abanika wouldn't even want to hear that. That's my husband.
Well, congrats on all of that.
Yeah.
Seems like you went through it. Looking through your marriage, was there any particularly challenging moments in the whole of your marriage, and how were you able to walk through that?
My dear, all these stories I've been telling since.
This was the hardest part for you.
It looked so interesting, and but to be sincere with you, I had my very bad moments. That was when my husband
passed away.
No, he fell ill.
Oh yeah.
Grandpa was ill first. Along the line, he lost his job.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody who had his health wasn't too good, and then he lost the job he was doing. So, and here we are.
7 kids.
7 kids. I had to manage all of them alone. That was a very big challenge to me.
What'd you do?
That's why I told you just now that I was having some 4 jobs at once. I was a teacher. I remained a teacher. Leaving school every 4 days in the week, I would do extramural studies at home. I had my rooms that I would do my lesson. You call it lesson that time, coaching.
Yeah, for the other kids. Yeah.
And where I would take some funds.
Private lessons. Yeah.
Private lessons. Every weekend. What God was just always, and is still on my side anyway. I began to sell this and that wares.
Yeah, and gold and
so clothes, anything at all. I would go to Lagos. The boot of my car was my mobile shop. You understand?
Oh, man.
Then I went to with a friend that was a contractor who was very interested in me. He loved me. We were very friendly in the church. He took me to his place at Lausasha Ministry of Works.
To get to know those workers.
He registered my name, made me to register a business name. I was registered 2 names I did. So I became a contractor.
Oh, that's nice.
Even as a teacher. So that I'm an advisor. Then Then I had my hairdressing salon.
Yeah. And a tailor shop. You had a tailor sewing.
Sewing was one side. I went for training as a hairdresser.
Wow.
So I was running that shop. I was working as a contractor. I was doing my business as a merchant. Do you understand? I was doing my lesson as a normal company. I was a teacher, full-time teaching, etc.
How many years did you do that for?
Many years. Till now, I'm still a contractor.
Yeah. Wow.
Because this it's on my platform.
Was it shortly after the twins were born that this happened, that Grandpa lost his job? Or how many years after they were born?
Can you repeat that?
How many years after the twins were born did Grandpa lose his job?
Some 6 years.
So like for 30-something years you did that?
Yeah. Alone.
Wow. That's hard. Not many people can do that.
Very, very hard. But I have a serious testimony. I was waxing stronger and stronger. That's my testimony. I was waxing stronger and stronger. I wasn't here. How I got the energy, I didn't know. My husband will always marvel. He will warn me, stop going to the market, stop checking. I say, leave me alone. Go and rest. I said, no. He would say, what makes you to be so strong like this? It's God.
Just had the
but
energy.
I could cope, but it was not easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would travel to purchase this and that. Yeah. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Okay, so happy Mother's Day.
Oh, love you. Thank you for what you are doing.
Happy Mother's Day. For me. Yeah. So for those who are listening, right? Let's start with the moms out there, right?
Yeah.
There are many kinds of moms, right?
Of course.
There are moms who, single moms.
Yeah.
There are moms who are widowed. There are moms who are angel moms, maybe they've lost their children. There are moms who are waiting.
Exactly.
What kind of words of encouragement would you like to give them?
Number one, if they are waiting, let them wait on Christ. Let them wait on. And two, they must have hope. Waiting means faith. You understand? Faith without hope
is dead. Yeah,
is dead. So that is what I'm going to shout most. Let them wait on the Lord and let them have hope. You can't just be waiting on the Lord and then be empty. You must believe yourself, believe in God, have that hope, and it will happen.
Yeah.
You get this? So and then be prayerful.
Yes. How about for let's talk about Grandpa. Grandpa passed away 2 years now, right?
To be 2 years.
2 years in June. Next
month to be 2 years. Wow, time flies.
How's it been like for you?
I was a bit to tell you the story that I said. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
And we didn't see that coming, so I imagine that was kind of very hard for you.
Yes, I thought he had been ill for many, many years.
Yeah, then it was getting better too. I had
been helping him. We would take him to here.
I
didn't want to go talk too much.
Oh yeah.
We would take even this way. I told you. I said we were okay.
I told you. You took him. Yeah.
He was there for more than 2 years. I will be traveling from Lagos to Lagos every fortnight to take care of him. He was there. I was here doing my wahala.
You just go and
then a fortnight I will go and see him. How is it going? Now, gradually, later Daddy traveled. He had to travel down to USA.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
After which he got better and he was returned to Nigeria. And we continued like that, gradually, but he didn't do any forceful, whatever.
Stressful job, yeah.
Yes, it was just managing him. You get it?
Yeah.
But gradually, the man got improved. He was getting better and better. I was getting happier and happier and happier. Yeah, you understand? Already, the children were there. Most of them had settled down. Even the twins had already had their own choice of education, whatever. When he came back from America, he met Taye at
Idiaraba University. Yeah.
He was, how did he? I said, let him do medicine, and he's interested. Anyway, both of them were okay. All the children were okay like that, and he got happy and was always thanking me. So, like I told you, we became happy. The family. We had been distressed and depressed. Distressed and depressed, but hope was getting closer and closer. We were getting happier and happier. You understand? Now, when we thought the siege was over, I was so cheerful, so happy, celebrating my life, my achievements, and this man just
went away.
Slept one night and.
He didn't wake up again.
I didn't wake up. In fact, God forbid, but they say I shouldn't be confessing it, but I knew because I'm not illiterate. My enemy went into depression. Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable. That was the love of your life. You're married for more than 60 years? 50? How many years?
Who?
You're married for 50-something years? Or
50-something now.
Yeah.
57
years.
It's not even because of the number of years. We were too close.
Yeah.
I was not having friends in my life. I told you I never had any boyfriend before him. I didn't know any other man. I didn't know how to relate with. I never related with any extramoral,
extramarital, yeah.
No. So I was not even thinking, even till now, that one doesn't even interest me.
Yeah.
But he was my very, very good friend and trustee. I lost him. And the way I lost him was strange
so
to
sudden,
me.
Yeah.
We ate together, we enjoyed it. I gave him the best dish. He ate.
What was his last meal?
His last meal was swallow with egusi.
He likes it?
He liked it. It was his best in life.
Yeah.
If it doesn't mean anything to you here now, but back home, I mean, at our own side of it. I told you, with the egusi soup and
or sushi
and nice protein. Chicken. He ate, was satisfied. And I went near him. Are you okay? Did you not finish? Why don't you? He has finished it. You should be the now. Are you sure? Yes.
Finished my food. It was nice.
He said it with enthusiasm, with excitement. Thought I was to use his toothpick. Sat down with.
So Papa was properly flushed.
I'm telling you, I was watching what is it now?
News?
I don't know what program it
was.
On
TV. Downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs.
That's chair.
I went upstairs. I let me go and change my dress so that we come back and do prayers. Before I did that, he came up to join me. Not to join me in the room, but he came up. He had already said that he felt like coming up and continue to watch the TV in his room as usual. Yeah. You understand? So he went to his room, and unfortunately that time because of his, he used to have this asthma attack. Yeah. We were not always passing the night together. Yeah. Because he wouldn't want too much of breeze.
You wanted a room in particular,
That's it. Yeah. I would in my own nature.
Yeah. Like it cold, a little bit cold.
Like it cool and fresh.
Fresh air.
Yeah. A lot. If not, I wouldn't.
Be able to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. But he wanted. Yeah.
Sure, you understand. So he was in his room, listening to the news, and I was still there in my own room. Greeted him. In the night, I even went to the bathroom, but he had already switched off. So in the morning, now as it was our
to pray together.
There, we will pray together. And every morning we did pray together. So you understand. So he would take it upon himself to jingle the bell. Yeah. He will wake up before me because I spend longer nights.
Yeah, and then you sleep early
before I sleep. Yeah. Anyway, that was just how it was. He had not jingled the bell to let us pray.
So you were wondering.
So I went to him, Baba, what's happening? Time is going. It was to 7. Well, he didn't talk. I didn't bother. My anxiety or whatever was to go jingle the bell. The time before it was too late. Let's pray. So I would jingle the bell and he would join me. Sometimes it was like that. Okay? Yeah. But when I left, I said, even when I was talking to him, I didn't see him because he would just say, hey, sorry, maybe I overslept. He didn't, he was unruffled. My mind just said, this one that didn't make any movement.
That's weird.
Very, very. I wasn't thinking of death though. I was thinking maybe he has an asthma attack. Yeah. So I went back to help him. Yeah. That was why I went back to him. Maybe he couldn't breathe well or what. Sometimes he would bang the table like this and if he couldn't reach out to the inhaler, I would know. That was why I went back. Yeah. And I said, Babanyika. He didn't shake. Anyway, he was stone dead. Cold to the touch. I didn't want to talk much about that. Okay.
Who did you call first? Who did you call first?
Who will I call? Who do you think I will call first? The first daughter. Yes. Stayinka. Yes. Olayinka. Baba ti lọ. Daddy has gone. Oh. It was a bad day.
Have you been coping?
We few people have been able to cope.
What keeps you going?
The Spirit of the Lord. She understand the Spirit of the Lord, and I decided to have peace.
Yeah.
Like a river. It's not easy to have that peace, but prayerfully and with serious determination. I'm seeing a lot of things as you see me, but I'm determined to try, because I've told you I will live long. It is not my own making, it is God.
Amen.
But I am determined, and God will help us.
Amen.
That's it.
I have some friends who have lost their husbands in their 30s. And I know one particular.
Very young?
Very young, yeah. How can you encourage them?
30s, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, she has
my own
4
is,
kids. Yeah.
My own is
different, yeah. But still.
Because I'm old enough to be, already before my husband died, even since when my husband was ill, but all that time I was up and down running.
Yeah.
The people called me, they nicknamed me. He himself was calling me a man. So I just saw myself as a man. But what I'm trying to say is that now I am an old woman. Do you understand? But 30 plus or whatever,
30 plus, yeah. 30.
She still has a long way to go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I want to be blunt.
It's okay.
Why can't such a person look for somebody else?
Grandma, the streets are dangerous now.
Say it again.
Igboro to Dairo. Our Mr. Olu of those days.
Mr. Olu, I'm not even thinking of having more children. I'm just talking of companionship.
Yeah. So if you don't mind are you looking for somebody?
Me?
Yeah.
I said I've been a man for the past 30 years.
Doesn't matter.
No.
For companionship.
My own companionship. I have more than enough children.
Grandma is different. It's different.
No, don't talk about it.
She'll put you on a dating website.
My what?
She'll put you on a dating website to find somebody.
Why should you tease me like this now? It's not fair.
Just companion.
Companion? Are you not good enough to be my companion?
But I can't meet all those needs.
Can your husband?
Somebody to rub your back and hold your hands and travel together.
Do you remember the day that we carried Daddy? We took Daddy to the. You were around now.
Yeah, when he was not.
What did I tell you? You remember? I said, Tolani, the next few hours I'm going to take your husband.
Yeah.
You will become my husband. Don't worry. He said, Mommy, you're okay. And you release him to me.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know that it may sound, but I mean it. My children have always been my husband for a long time. My own is a different case entirely.
Yeah.
Whether Igboro is cool or it's not, I don't know.
No, they're trying. For that particular friend, she's trying. It's but the caliber of men.
I'm not talking about finance or whatever.
No. Just companionship.
I'm a struggling somebody. And I'm okay. But for somebody of 30-something,
they should not give up.
Still young enough, prayerfully, with faith, unless such a person doesn't have integrity. I'm sorry to use that word.
Oh, they have.
Okay?
They have,
They have integrity. Men will even look for them. Are you with me? But the only one what you can tell me is that maybe they won't find bachelors or whatever. What do you want to say?
Eligible,
They could say widowers too.
Yeah.
Am I talking?
Yeah.
Some widowers are out there looking for responsible people, somebody, maybe a single person or ladies or widows that are responsible. They can take. Do you understand? They can register in some places like a church. It depends on where they are.
Where they are. So they shouldn't lose hope.
I don't believe they should lose hope.
Okay.
Because to me, their journey is still far. Unless the children are grown enough. Anybody that is 30 plus.
No, the kids are still like 7.
Can you imagine that?
8.
I'm not saying because of cash or not because of.
No. I understand.
But for relationship.
Okay.
And if they feel they can cope alone for life, if that is their own decision, then let them. They
should just take their decision.
And work harder.
In life.
And work harder. I mean it.
Okay.
When I say work harder, like I did.
Like you did. All right. As we're rounding off now, so a new phase of your life now, where you this is the longest time you've lived abroad.
Exactly.
Yeah. How's it been like for you?
It's been quite interesting. The only funny thing is that I came at the time I came was not the time I used to come. I have come many times.
I know, but you don't spend that long. Few weeks.
Spending long is not even my problem now because of the weather. I came at the beginning of the winter.
But that winter was not in Grandma.
What it was?
That winter was nothing.
Because I was never exposed to
Yeah,
winter in my life.
winter.
So you understand what I'm saying? I never tasted winter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the hardest for you.
Was what?
It was the hardest for you, like the winter.
That was the only thing that I didn't enjoy much. But then you people made me to enjoy myself, especially you. You took care of me.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
I knew what you did to make me feel good.
Yeah, good.
So,
do you think you're gonna get used to the winter?
Get what?
Are you gonna the next winter come?
Look,
this is not Grandma. This is summer.
I know this is summer.
Yeah, but the next winter coming around.
For the past 1 month, did you not observe my outlook?
Yeah. You like the sun, I know, and you've been walking around more, going out. Yeah.
What I'm even saying that you should have noticed some difference in my behavior.
The way you're dressing.
Yeah. The way I was coping.
Yeah, you were padding yourself a lot. Yeah.
Before, I bet but remember I was always having my heater. Yeah,
on. But
since when did I
turn off that? You turned it on like maybe some weeks ago when we had that little cold front.
It was even
that did it. Or was Ibukun that it down? Okay.
So winter, that it doesn't kill. I've told people that it doesn't kill you.
Yeah.
Nobody ever died of winter, but we know how to cope with winter.
If you had a wish of what the next few years of your life would look like, if you could just what's are some things you really like to do? Like, what are some things that will be of interest and purpose to you in this stage of your life now?
It depends on the environment.
No, forget. Let's not even think about environment or means.
It's important to me.
Okay.
If I'm so to stay continuously in the environment here. When I came initially, I told you I was ill. I was depressed. I told you because of I was still grieving because of Daddy's demise. Okay. Then I had a lot of infections and this and that I was treating then. Yeah. So I wasn't very okay. But now, I used to confess to you that my condition has changed. Yeah. So if I see anything that is interesting that I can use my hands to do or move, even when I went to Maryland, I never told Kayode, but you can't believe it. I was visiting some places where I could manage. I saw some Montessori setup. Yeah. I went to some places. But I didn't really engage with them. But I was just trying to. You don't mind teaching again? But not full-time teaching. Just maybe like part-time substitute teacher? Or some. Jelosimi? I could do that jelosimi. That's like daycare, by the way. I was explaining to my audience daycare. Oh, exactly. Or go to where I can do what you can do, help them at the background, do some certain things that could be useful to such as establishment, anything at all. Or maybe I can see some people make supplies to some places. So you want to get your hands very busy. It's not good. I think it's good. I mean, because an idle man mine is devil's workshop, and for someone like you that's quite active. To me, but I don't know. Active. Your personality, you used to be up and going. But if at home, you'll be fine. In Nigeria, of course, I told you that I'm still a contractor. Yeah. I will still go back to my business. I resume that. But it's not as it were. Yeah. As in, I'm no longer a young person there. So you get it. But then I could sit at the back and still control all things I'm doing. Yeah. But okay. I'm here. I could be happier here for certain reasons, which you know. Yeah. Because of security. Got it. So we've talked about you as a child growing up, as a daughter, as a sister, as a girlfriend, as a wife, as a mom, as what else? Now let's talk about your role as grandma. It's the most interesting part of one's life. So the very first starter for you was Ibukun, right? And I feel so. You yourself must have observed that I feel so excited. That she's here. We can't get it. She will talk. Say, Mommy, Grandma, others have been enjoying you, but I have not time to enjoy you fully. By and uninterrupted. She's spoiling me. Yeah, that's good. Only I don't want myself to be spoiled. Why not? Let me just. Grandma, remember what I said about you being your baby girl era? You should be in your soft baby girl era. This is your soft life. You should be entering your soft life. You don't hard life. Exactly. You should be in your baby girl era. This is it. She's trying her best. Yeah. She's very interesting. So you have I think 8 grandkids or 7? I think not 7. Let's count. So it become. Pakaya day 1. Let's have 3. Yeah, Pakaya day 1. Yomi 2.
2.
Taiwo 1.
2. And then Kennedy
1.
2.
Okay, 2.
Yeah, 8.
To God be the glory. And the others are still on the way.
Yeah, 8.
They will flood in now.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm very busy with.
What are some best practices? You're busy.
I'm busy with God for that.
Yeah.
I'm on that too.
Yeah.
Don't try me.
What are some best tips for being a grandma? How do you ace the grandma role? I'm not referring like you.
I love being with them, carrying them, taking care of them. You understand? But I love being with them. When I say grandma, that name itself. And the latest way they call me now, which is grandma. Because it's even not calling me grandma again. It's
grandma.
Has joined the Arife.
Grandma. My grandma.
Grandma.
My grandma.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm excited.
When you went to Maryland, where grandma? Is she coming back? She'll go to your room and look at you and So I mean that's very interesting to know. Anyways, it's really been nice chatting with you today and definitely sharing your story and letting my audience get to know you. And TDawg is very popular on the show. So
really?
Oh yeah, they like him. It doesn't come all the time. You know how your son can be.
Why is he not here?
He's on pickleball. I know on Mother's Day he's playing pickleball. But yeah, I gave him permission to go play pickleball. Yeah, and I know it's a way to relieve stress for him. But it's an honor to showcase the mom of our popular TDawg.
Yeah.
Any parting words for the guests before you go?
Any what?
Final words when you say to the guests, to the listeners.
I have almost said what I would want to say.
Yeah.
That if one is there out there and not yet old enough to remain as a single person, you yourself, you know that I have some single parents as children.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's very unpalatable. It's not good. Let them have hope and pray and work towards it. It is not good to be singular. It takes two to tango. Let them look for people that will make them comfortable. I'm not trying to say that they should mess themselves up. No. Not like that. Responsible people. So you understand? And I want to tell people that it is good to be hardworking. Not as if to work and die, but when you say you work and work, I say just be good, be optimistic, be up and doing, and don't leave any stone untouched, and be prayerful.
Okay.
And not only that, be kind to people. Of course, all these are the attributes that I think I know that I have. Try to be giving, especially those who are looking for this and that. Try to open your hands, be giving. As you give, more will be given unto you. And you are praying and you'll be closer to God. And God will surely be on your side. Maybe I'm talking outside of what we are talking about.
No, it's okay. Those are your words.
They are my words. You understand? And be hopeful. If you are friendly with God, of course, God will not let you be alone. You'll be happier and more comfortable for life. So, with God, all things are possible.
Yes.
All things are interesting to you. So God will help all of us. So it is well.
Thank you. This is the very first podcast, right? You're natural, Grandma. How do you feel?
I feel good. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, that's why I say you're natural.
One more question to ask me.
We're not doing 5 hours.
I'm not doing what?
We're not doing 5 hours today.
I don't care.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. This has been the More Sibyl Podcast, and it's been an honor bringing in Deaconess Esther Adedipe of Laraboki.
Yeah.
Yes, the matriarchy of the Adedipe clan. And my mother-in-law, Ty, was TDawg's mom, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to feature on the podcast, reach out to us. As always, I remain your host, More Sibyl. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Bye. Thank you, girl.